Hi, guys. Hello, hello. All right, so let's jump on into this one, shall we? So, this is a bonus general message. Now, these are the ones that I usually start out with an anecdote, something real that happened pertaining to my dog. Then we see if that sets a tone for the story. Puppy was extremely delighted today just to get outside, and he kept looking back at me with a doggy smile, and it was a little bit naughty, a little bit extra jumpy, and he looks a little too much at cars now, like he thinks they're gigantic cows that he'd like to herd. And so I talk to him a lot throughout our walks about, if I capture him before he starts to make eye contact and then want to, I see him looking that way, then I can kind of keep on top of him, because I do not want that herding instinct in my blue heeler to make him have a drive for vehicles. So with that in mind, I've got a lot more training to do with him right now. He's at that age where he really wants to work. So I have to really work extra. So we got a 6 of Wands here. 6 of Wands is somebody who wants to be really successful. Maybe that's just it. Maybe somebody has a lot of drive to do their best. Whatever they feel like their task is, their job is, they want to do it to their very best ability. They want to give it their all. We got a Queen of Swords. Definitely could be somebody really high performing, somebody who has a lot of pride in the way they do things. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could also be a Leo, Sagittarius. But we start out with someone who is holding themselves really accountable and is saying, what I want is to do really, really well. Wheel of Fortune. They feel like it's their time to excel. So somebody wants to ride that amazing wave. This could be somebody who's like, hey, I'm gaining some traction right now in the things that I have learned to do. So I don't want to slow down now. I want to go harder. I want to hold myself really accountable. I want to get up at 6 a.m. I want to, I got a rhythm going, and it feels like this is going to be my time to break out and really shine. Yesterday, I recorded a Virgo video that has just now been released because it was a long one. So it had to process. And in that storyline, our character was also experiencing a major breakout, a huge, it was a big success story. And maybe it's just in general, characters are really devoting themselves to their craft, to their there's a lot that can be said for being devoted and sticking with something, and then you start to see the rewards at some point in time. I feel like we have a very dedicated person, but I feel like they're going to be able. This is a season of success in this character's life. So this says keep pushing. We got a 9 of Wands in the reverse. We got the Empress upright. Oh my gosh. We have a character that is not just a Queen of Swords, even though a Queen of Swords is already amazing. We have a character that is headed for leveling up to full-blown Empress status. Now, is this just about their personal success? I would say it is, but keep in mind, the more someone dedicates themselves to honing their craft, whatever that is, and it could be a skill set, it could be a career path, it could be working on their fitness, working on improving something in their lives, whatever it is, the more they dedicate themselves to it, the more they realize, I'm not trying to put my life back together. My life is together, and my life is streamlined right now, and the things I'm doing, I've got a flow. It works. My vibe is making things blossom, making things happen. And I want to say that our character is about to, I'll say, reach a certain pinnacle, or finally acknowledge, oh my God, I did it. Look at what I've done. I've really made it. This could be somebody who's about to have a lot of success. Maybe their business is going to get recognized. This could be like a business owner who's worked very hard to finally gain some measure of success and acknowledgement. This could be a character who is, sorry guys, I got to keep sipping tea today. But this could be a character who is really, truly ready. 5 of Wands. Really, truly ready to take on the world. Now, I feel like this has been a story of one's personal success. We have Libra, Taurus here. And the thing is, no matter how successful one character is, does it mean life keeps falling into perfect place? No, we have a 5 of Wands. What it means is that our character is going to have a lot of skill sets that allow them to deal with possibly a situation that is going to require more analytical skills, something that could be a little bit difficult even, but they're going to be able to handle this. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Who is this character coming in with the Five of Wands? Four of Wands. Oh my. Well, this almost looks more like we have a character who is going to be dealing with someone who, believe it or not, comes up seemingly out of nowhere and says, I'm here, I've arrived. We could work this out and we could be together now. We could have it all. Four of Wands. Here's the thing. An Empress already has a Four of Wands. An Empress built her Four of Wands without anyone's assistance. I think that's a really important point in this story. This Empress isn't looking for someone to build it with. She already got it herself. Whew. But they are coming in with the Magician. The thing is, they chose to put the goddess Hecate on this particular Magician card. And the goddess Hecate is usually, I associate her more like with the Moon card, because it's things that are hidden. She's also the goddess of the crossroads. She's associated with dogs. She usually has 3 heads, so she watches what's in front of her and side to side, and she determines what information can flow outward or inward, because, like I say, she's like the one who guards the doorway. And I think it's a weird, she also has to do with like mysticism, the occult, just meaning things that are hidden. But the fact that they put Hecate on this Magician card, to me, says that somebody is coming into this Empress, this Queen of Swords who made herself into an Empress, this person whose life is flowing like a gorgeous river, a very fertile river. It's like the River Nile. And this person who comes in with complications to offer something, or to say, hey, we should think about getting together. We'd have a Four of Wands. The thing is, they may have a hidden agenda, because although they're trying very hard to manifest this, Hecate makes me think that they have a hidden agenda as to why. 3 of Cups. I think for this story, I know what I think, but I want to hold back until I see it. The Chariot. Okay. So I'm glad I held back a little bit, because it's not quite what I thought. This changed it a little bit. Still, I don't like it, but I was going to say, is it that they are hedging bets? This is somebody who's just out gone, okay, there's a lot of great people out here, and I'm basically writing down the names in my little black book of every person that I see as like super awesome, who's got a lot to offer. And I walk up and it's like, you know, how people say, oh, it's a numbers game. You know, you just go out and you ask different people out, you try to get their number. I was feeling like, is this character basically entering into an Empress's energy field and saying, hey, boy, we could be so awesome together. Keep in mind, they only begin as a 5 of Wands. They don't come across to me like somebody who has, well, they're not an Empress or Emperor energy. They're far less than an Empress, but they're coming into her saying, wow, we could be great together. It's like, wait, sweetheart, she's already great without you. And they're like, yeah, but I want to manifest so much with her. But there's something hidden here, and that seems to be the fact that in this wonderful, idea that they have, this looks like they are wanting to jump ship from a previous connection, because we got the Chariot. It's true, they can see the value in the Empress. It's true. I mean, anyone can see the value in the Empress, and anybody would want to be with an Empress. I usually say that only an Emperor or an Empress gets to ride in a Chariot. I feel like this character is envisioning themselves matching with her now. Oh man, she's amazing. I could be with her. You know what? I'm ready to bounce out of this other connection. It seems like they had some, I don't think it was a very strong connection, but maybe this character was like dating somebody else, or maybe this character had some other individual in their life. They could have had some conflict. It could even be that if they were dating someone, that the person they were dating says, why does it look like you're so interested in this Empress? What are you doing paying attention to them so much? And that could have even formed a source of conflict, because there is the 3 of Cups. So it could be like the third party. Obviously, we see 3 people. At first, I thought maybe they just try to get multiple people's numbers, try to, co-date multiple people. But then when I saw this Chariot come out, I'm like, oh no, they actually envision what their life could be like if they could be beside the Empress. But the problem that I see with this is it's almost like they assume that I just found an Empress, which is way better than the person I've been dating. I want to trade up for the Empress. And then by virtue of me dating the Empress, well, of course, that'll make me an emperor or a fellow Empress. Like, it doesn't matter. This isn't about genders. But that's not how that works. You don't, by association, you don't become the person that you need to be. I'm sorry, I can't change the storyline and make it sound better. We got the Seven of Swords here, and we got that Eight of Wands. I feel like this person is planning their escape from a previous connection to go and get with the Empress. They're picturing driving to get to her. They're picturing all of this. They may be just waiting for the perfect time. Ooh, not good, not good, not good. They're not being honest about this either. See, 10 of Cups, they think that they're just going to drive off into the sunset, land smack dab in the middle of an Empress's amazing life, be inducted into her 10 of Cups. Inspiration of Wands, Four of Wands in the reverse. Any way we see this, their assumption is going to turn out wrong. I don't see this person making this perfect jump because they're doing it under like duplicitous circumstances and with hidden agendas. They know that the Empress is worth a lot, but they're not questioning, wow, how could I match with an Empress? They're saying that Empress is amazing. I'm going to bounce into her life and then I'll get to live the way she does. And I think that is what's going to be the undoing. They may really start pursuing her quite hot and heavy. Him, her, it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying this person is like a gold digger. They actually, it's not money they're after, it's happiness. But they see her as somebody that would make them very happy, someone who already has a happy life, and they want to be a part of that happy life. They want to escape where they're at. And I do feel like it's escape. They're going to sneak out in the middle of the night, be driving toward this new happy life, thinking that this will be this awesome, you know what, I'm just going to surprise her. I'm going to wow her, make her feel like, see, sweetheart, I just know that we're meant to be. So that's why I'm coming into your world. It's not going to work with the Four of Wands in the reverse. This little journey that they're taking, it's a very immature perception of how you get to just supposedly jump ships and go to some other direction. I don't think that that's how that's going to pan out for them. Again, it's because there is a duplicitous and even like immature and selfish motivation in all this. Oh no, we've got a 10 of Swords and we got the 5 of Pentacles sideways. I believe this for this storyline, this character is going to wind up sabotaging everything. They're going to sabotage the relationship with the previous person that they were with because it looks like they are dipping out on that person to race toward the Empress. The Empress is not welcoming them with open arms. And I think that with the 10 of Swords, all of their options are suddenly gone. They wrecked one ship or thinking that they would just immediately be, I'll say, rescued by the Empress, and the Empress would sail them away into her beautiful life. Instead, maybe the Empress is like, well, I'm sorry that you shipwrecked your other connection, but at least you're on dry land now. Okay, bye. I got to keep cruising. And she sails away without him. This Empress is not accepting this person from what I can see. And for the first time, they're going to have to really get a taste of what it's like to just sit with themselves. And I think this character needs to sit with themselves because it seems like they haven't really had much accountability for how their actions might hurt others or make others feel. They probably need to quit trying to monkey branch from one relationship to the next. What happens with our Empress? What happens with our Empress? 8 of Cups. Oh, she completely cuts the cord with this person. You know, because this is her completely letting them go. I'm going to say this, even though we're just now seeing the full scope of the story. They probably were with her before. There's something here for this energetic cord to be something that the Empress cuts. That means that these two had some kind of a bond. They did. That had been stressed and strained. And maybe that's while they were dealing with somebody else. Then they finally decide, oh, wow, she's not just a Queen of Swords. She's a full-blown Empress. Well, you know what? All of a sudden, surprise, surprise, I coincidentally realized I'm super in love with her. I am so ready to be with her. She's the only one that I want. I'm ready to be that emperor. I'm sure that I am an emperor because, look at the person I'm going to be with. That's going to give me like a new status. And I'm, of course, an emperor because, hey, I'm going to be with an empress. That whole, maybe the empress seeing that side of them, understanding that, wait a second, you dipped out on somebody else and now you want to come back into my world. Oh gosh, no, 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 no. And she cuts this is almost like the anchor. She cuts the cord that was anchoring. If she had felt something for this person before, maybe that's what prompted her to do so much work on herself and make her life so amazing. But ironically, the more amazing she gets, the more they go, damn, she's looking better and better. Think I'm going back to her. What's great is that is the undoing. She's not taking this person back. She's not sticking around, and she's no longer burdened by even thoughts of this person. That needed to come to a total close for her. But I think it's interesting that they also damaged whatever their other connection was. The Hierophant. I feel like this was a very huge lesson, but I think it's the way she's going to be able to move forward and perhaps wind up with the right person. There could be a Taurus because that Empress was already the Libra Taurus, and now we have Taurus here once again. She may be able to now finally meet the right person and marry the right person. And she may subtly know that. They could have been a very big albatross around her neck, the unfinished energetic connection or cord that still existed. And it's so ironic that she had to make herself into like a full-blown empress. Then this person came back in kind of thinking, oh, wow, I'll have a life of easy street being with her. Only that is when she was able to say, I don't want this. This isn't attractive to me at all. Now I can cut myself free of this. And now I can move on into a really beautiful union. Hey, I think this one all worked out pretty seamlessly in the end, but yeah, I don't see her taking this person back. Not in this fictional story for this fictional character. As I always say, it is fiction. I always hope that there's something of interest that comes out of these, even though I know they're not all fluffy and happy, but it's good to have variety in stories. We look for the big message. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.